Hi everyone, it's Emily again. Yes, I just recorded Amazing Grace. I'm still in the same outfit as before, but I wanted to talk to you about why I chose that song. So, I've had a really rocky road the past few years of my life. I am a college student, a nursing student that's graduating in May. A lot of hard work, but definitely worth it. But throughout college, from freshman year to even right now at 8:34 p.m. on a Tuesday night, I still have thoughts of what my rocky road was a couple years ago. I was raped by who I thought was my friend. Actually, who I thought could have been a good relationship with, but he broke my trust, and obviously he broke me. It's still a little hard to talk about. I've held on to it for 3 years and a couple months, and I just recently told my parents about it, so I've held on to the secret for a good 2 years before I came out to them. Yeah, so my life really was very rocky during my college years that it affected me. Now, some people say, oh, you were just drunk, yada, yada, yada. Well, yeah, I might have been, but I still never gave him the right to force himself upon me. So, my biggest regret, though, was not going to the police to report it. He blamed it all on me, and being, a 18-year-old girl with a guy that she thought she really liked, didn't want to ruin his life by thinking, oh, I was drunk and shit happens, but yeah, and I went back to him. I still kept in contact with him for at least 10 months after that, because at the time I was thinking it was my fault and he had nothing to do with it. But I found out that wasn't the case. I actually self-harmed due to undiagnosed PTSD, because yes, rape victims do get that. But just seeing him around my hometown area, just seeing him, you sweat, you shake, and you stutter even more than what I'm doing now. And it just really affected me. I hate going to the town that he lives in, but a couple of my friends live there, so I push through it because I really want to see my friends, but I get apprehensive when I do go to that town. It's rough. Sorry about that. Got a little teary-eyed, but I'm back now. I took a drink of Crown and Coke and I feel a lot calmer. Even though you shouldn't use your outlet with alcohol or drugs, bad idea. But It sounds really nice, and I'm in nursing school, so it's a risk versus benefit, put it that way. But, yeah. So I self-harmed for, well, a year and a half. And I even contemplated on suicide because I felt so guilty and that no one would look at me the same, that God wouldn't even look at me the same. And I just felt lost. So, which brings me up to the point where my favorite song is Amazing Grace. Knowing the verse, I once was lost, but He set me free. He found me, and yeah, that's really all I wanted to say. Just know, if you are a victim of sexual assault, there are people out there to listen to you. There's Bible verses that you can read. There's quotes of amazing women out there about what it's like. And there's a lot more awareness of it now than where it was 3 years ago. Just know that you do have an ear with your best friend, your sister, your mom, your brother, your significant other, just someone that you can talk to that'll help you go through it. And I made that mistake of not telling anyone at the first moment it happened, and especially not to anyone that I was comfortable with sharing. I told some people, but never really told them that I was actually raped. So I just said that I had sex while I was drunk, but no, that really doesn't justify it. I was completely passed out, and I woke up with my rapist inside me, and that's what I envision every time I think about it. And it's really hard, continuing through life, and like 10 years down the road you run into someone who's hurt you, and yeah, it's been 10 years ago, but just that one instant can make everything flash before your eyes, and you're back at the time where you were a victim in a situation that should have never have happened. So, but yeah, that's my spill, and why I chose Amazing Grace as my favorite song and my first song to choose. And just to open up about sexual assault and rape and how it does affect everyone and anyone who's been a part of it. So, yeah. So that's real me. So please no hate. I've learning to accept what has happened to me, and yeah, my perpetrator doesn't deserve my forgiveness, but I'm trying to work on forgiving myself so I can forgive him, because that's the whole point in life, is to work with one another and treat people how you want to be treated. And yes, it was his fault, but, you know, I'm sure there's good in him too somewhere. Just have to look deep into it. So, yeah. There we go. Have a great evening.